Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Shadowverse. So, I've set up the link data, which let me install the game on my cell phone, but did not give me that daily quest mission that said that you needed to link to another account. Apparently what they meant by that is they wanted you to either sign in through Facebook or Google Play. I signed in from into Google Play. So now we have like a daily quest mission to win 3 missions. Let's see. Wonder if maybe solo player missions should be an option for the time being. So we should just check this box. Although getting temporary gems may not be as valuable as it really seems, whereas we have other things that I would have to do, but none of that really comes down to the solo mission stuff, so we just need to hop back in here into the main story and keep playing. We left this off on chapter 11 with Arissa, and with any hope that this will be the actual last chapter, and then we could potentially I guess at that point it might be just smart enough to go to the next chapter with Arissa if we can, or play the next chapter even with a different leader. It will be certainly a lot of effort and a lot of time if I have to go through all 8 of the leaders in the first chapter before I can even touch the second chapter. Plus there's probably, well, you're probably getting different story for the different leaders, so I was thinking for a second there I might be able to do some of this off screen, but actually no, it's just not gonna happen at the way things are being represented right now. And we'll just keep on playing this, I guess. That's all we can do. Oddly, that really seems like that's a real deck we have to play with instead of a temporary deck.
Me too. Just a bit more now. We're almost there.
Lusaria, are you okay? You got hurt during the trials, didn't you? We have to do something.
See, I don't...
It's just a scratch. I'll be fine.
I don't get the point of, if this is supposed to be a dream that keeps Arissa...
before we go to the Tree of Life.
But Arissa, we're finally going to be guardians. We shouldn't waste any more time here.
Not Arissa.
But who knows what could happen if we don't take care of your wound? The trials are over, so we can stop for a few minutes. The tree will forgive us.
Thank you, Arissa.
Yeah, I don't know why you would lock someone into a dream
just like you,
and then have the dream go bad.
You want to be like me? You have to be kidding.
No, I'm serious. Look, Arissa, aren't those the herbs over there?
There's also a point here. If Arissa is the one creating this fantasy, her fantasy is from one perspective wishing that Lusaria was less successful so that she could be the person on top and the most successful.
Now I'm really going to impress her.
So instead of trying to like excel, her fantasy dream has created her to be worse and actually kind of asked for negative things to happen to her. Now, if this is all made by the subconscious, which I assume it is, you can't really blame Arissa for that, but it does need to be pointed out as far as the ethics of wish fulfillment. I still haven't built the deck or done much of anything other than I did stream between the last recording and this recording, which let me get some daily quests done, and that's about it.
It's me, Vania.
It is still very weird to potentially have to stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Shadowverse and play it as a single player pre-recorded. See, is this a nature card? No. This would give you like draw one card for 2 mana, or I can do this. Or I could just choose to do nothing, which might be smarter just to do nothing.
Your life is mine.
They're picking on me.
Okay, what does this do? Draw 2 cards. If at least 2 cards are played, draw 3 instead. Put a fairy in your hand whenever you strike. Okay.
The forest abandoned me.
It's me, Vania. How about we have some
I do definitely have a desire to want
Better
to
than in the cradle.
kind of rush through this, but I don't know how we do that without skipping through the battle completely. Like, I mean, we could do that certainly, but
See it? My wings flutter
I
with
don't
love.
think I should do that.
Play. You're done for.
At least for the first
Changes,
chapter.
But not my love.
I guess maybe there is an argument that deal 1 damage to both leaders. Evolve a forest bat.
By my wings.
You just think you beat me.
Yeah, I guess maybe there could be an argument that after the first chapter we could just skip the battle parts completely if we think we've got
Angry.
as much as we're gonna get from playing the games. But one would assume,
Still love you.
if this game is designed well, if the main story is designed well, the whole point of asking people to spend the extra time to play the game is because you feel like they would benefit from playing the game in solo mode and learning from it. This can only be played as a creature as with 8. Otherwise it can only do 3 damage with 2, which
You don't think you beat me.
that was random too, so I played that wrong. I did play this on my cell phone. The only thing that really looks different on the interface is I don't believe this button is here, and by default none of this information is shown. You can toggle to turn it on if you want to, but there's no big reason for it to be turned on, apparently. Not as big of a reason as one would have thought, at least. It seems like I said before, there's no graveyard, and cards in a kind of unique way leave play, and sometimes they'll leave play and then you'll put a copy of your card back in your deck, but once they actually are in the graveyard, which is non-existent, you, I think at that point, are see. Let's play this.
I'm not one for pranks.
That'll do 2 damage. And we can play this.
Let's play.
And then evolve. How do we want to evolve?
It won't be long now.
I could turn off this little animation, and that might be useful.
To the skies.
Yeah. Also, so far I haven't really seen anything that really interacts with the number of cards in your deck, which that's fairly uncommon. And there have been some cards I've definitely seen that have been. Alright, well, let's see. This.
You have no right to tread
This.
here. Hey, let's play.
Draw 3 cards. Or play this. Okay, now can we get something that would evolve higher? This would evolve to a 3, this would evolve to a 4/4. Hopefully that makes it a 5/5. Like that.
Oh, the ecstasy! I
kinda wish that all card games were, when playing in a single player mode, were more focused on a specific card or a very specific strategy.
You have no right to tread here.
Do I want to do this? Okay. Now what do we want to do?
Away with you.
So yeah, instead of in this main story in particular, instead of fighting a bunch of shades and fighting a bunch of wolves, it would be nicer if you fought through each character that exists that's been animated, and they were kind of a main focus. That would be
Courage shields the forest.
kind of a tall order, and you would be playing a different kind of game for sure, but I think that's where I'd like it to be as far as how
Away with
games
you.
work. Okay. This way.
Gotta carve a way through.
This way.
The throbbing stopped.
Then in the turn.
I wasn't brave enough.
The path ahead is overgrown.
You have no right to tread here.
Yep. I'm already going pretty quiet here.
I'm gonna toy with you.
Yeah. And am I really learning anything playing as Arissa in her deck? Not particularly when I made this deck. And that's a major part of this, certainly. Can I play 2 cards if it's a 6? Usually. Each fairy in your hand, you have no fairies. Put a fairy in your hand when it's a 3. How many nature cards are in play? None. So do
The force
that.
abandoned me.
Then do that.
You won't escape.
Then
Gotta
do
carve a
that.
way through. Away with you!
And see, I might win here, but I'm really just winning because I've gotten extremely lucky. But then again, I also wouldn't be happy if I wasn't getting lucky on this single player content.
Just don't.
Strike that for another fairy.
What a shame.
Away with
And
you!
then attack with that.
This'll do
And
it.
then attack with that. And then in the turn, this one can get +3/+3.
I'll turn you to mincemeat.
Yeah, this could get +3/+3 for each fairy. Or I could do this with 2 of these. Well, no, actually that wouldn't work. So you do 2 to this guy. Put some fairies in your hands. And then play this.
Leave this to me, fairy friends.
+4/+4.
I'll take care of them.
And then I could play the fairies if I
This'll
needed
do it.
to, but I don't, so it's just one. Please be the last battle for the story.
Wasn't that great, Lysaria?
Yeah. If we skip the battles
waiting,
in the
Lysaria.
menu,
Just put this on your
Is that
wound,
an
and it'll
option?
feel better.
could we literally
Thanks,
just
Teresa.
watch
You're always there
A-
for me when I need you.
a cutscene? A very, very
Are
long
you
cutscene?
sure? Normally, it's me who needs you.
What are you saying, Arisa? It's the other way around. You're always the one helping me.
But don't you remember that one time? It's like when... all those times that Lysaria helped me, and I can't remember one of them.
You always help me out, Arisa. You're the best friend ever.
Thanks, Lysaria. You're the best too.
The pain is starting to go away now. We should start heading for the Tree of Life.
Don't push yourself too hard, okay, Lysaria?
So what we should do
Don't worry about it. If I have any trouble,
is
I'll tell you right away.
confirm that we still get the reward
Okay, let's go
by
then.
skipping one match.
I feel strange when Lysaria talks. It's like there's something missing inside her.
But we should skip that
There's no need to worry.
inside
Your
of
wishes have been granted. All that remains
a
is for
reward
you to
that
accept
we
them.
can accept missing.
You're the woman from before.
Give yourself over to your wishes. If you do so, you may greet the hour of liberation in peace.
Who are you? What are you talking about?
Good questions.
All will be clear when the hour of liberation strikes.
A lot of this does feel like it's very poorly localized
What is it,
anime
Arisa? Why are you shouting all of a sudden?
BS.
We need to get going.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw some weirdo. I wonder who she was.
Some stories
Weirdo.
work
Wait, what?
well that
There was
way.
just someone right here. A woman in white clothes.
What are you talking about? There's nobody here but us. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's go to the Tree of Life.
I wonder if Larissa actually is Larissa. Though, I would have just assumed she was a figment. But maybe she isn't. Okay, 30 vials is a kind of high reward to skip, but I imagine we won't have much options otherwise. So, I don't know. If we skip the battle, it doesn't seem like it's gonna tell us that we don't get the rewards. Orisa is flustered by the words of the priestess as she tries to organize her thoughts. A beast attacks. And we're still downloading every time.
Me and Lusaria are finally going to be guardians.
Now, if I go to the menu here,
We are, aren't we?
there's no automatically skip.
It doesn't make me happy at all, though.
Like automatically
feel
skip
nervous.
battles from this option.
I wonder if it's because of that woman.
Orisa, watch out! Watch your step! Ouch! Ow! Come on, Orisa. You need to watch where you're walking.
Sorry about that, Lusaria. I guess I was just daydreaming. What did I just trip on? A crystal? I don't remember anything like that in the forest. This is strange. Something's not right. I just don't know what it is.
Half the time
I
her
can tell
lip
something's on
flaps
your
don't
mind.
seem to
What
actually
is it,
happen.
Orisa?
But I guess that's when
acting
she's
strange all
thinking to
day.
herself, and that's when it's
Am
in
I acting
parentheses.
strange? Maybe I'm going crazy.
But then they don't always put in
Are you
parentheses,
sure you're okay, Orisa?
so you can definitely
Why
tell
don't we
that it's
rest a
not
bit?
translated
Yeah,
quite
maybe
right.
we should take a little break.
See, her lips
Lusaria, watch out!
are barely flapping.
A monster!
So now we have a monster bear.
Lusaria! I won't let it lay a paw on you!
And so you still have to click next. And let's just see what it does.
That was amazing, Orisa. I can't believe how
We
strong
didn't
you
get
are.
any
I
indication
know
that we got that
everything will be
reward.
fine while you're here.
Really? It's not that I'm strong. It's that the monsters are weak. Lusaria should know that. She's supposed to be stronger than me. Yeah, Lusaria is supposed to be stronger than me. She can do anything. She's the best. That's why I always needed her.
Orisa, what's on your mind?
Lusaria, is that really you?
What do you mean? Who else would I be? I really don't know what's gotten into you.
It's just that you've always helped me out so much. And you've always been better than me at everything.
No, you were the best. And it was you who was helping me. I've never been able to beat you with a bow. Hey, don't you remember when I was fishing in the river and that monster suddenly attacked me? You saved my skin.
Me? No, that's all wrong.
Orisa?
No, it was me the monster came after, and you're the one who saved me. I've never saved you, Lusaria, not even once. That's why I wanted to be a guardian. I thought I could keep you safe. That's why I tried so hard. Now tell me,
Yeah,
who are you anyway?
the story's
this
going
place?
forward, but what is this adding as far
Why
as
do you reject this place? It was
learning
made for
the
you and
game?
you alone.
Or
It is that which
mean,
you wished for.
the story's fine. There's way more than
You again.
I've seen in any other collectible
you're wrong.
card game.
I don't know anything about this
But
place. This isn't the world that I know.
It's really not doing quite
Why
enough
you
to
would reject
build
serenity, I
the
cannot
characters up
understand.
quite yet. Like,
Don't go.
the idea is, I think I would
Follow her.
have preferred to,
I can tell she knows something.
I would have preferred to
No,
just have
Orisa!
Larissa
To go to the Tree of Life.
and Arissa just
but I wanna
hanging
follow
out
her.
being friends
Something
for
wrong.
like
Wrong with these woods.
a much
with you
longer
And
time
with me.
before the whole North Star the thing showed up in the sky and the demons started attacking and all of that. Like, I really would have preferred all of that. Okay. So we can see if you skip the battle. Man, mouse wheel doesn't want to work. If you skip the battle, you don't get the reward, so you actually do have to play. So yeah, it's gonna force you into that route. We can go ahead and
Me
skip
and
this
Saria are finally going to be guardians.
and just jump right into the game. Well,
Time for me to prove myself.
it would just be making more work for me to potentially skip all the battles, to show all the cutscenes, to have very little to actually say or criticize about the cutscenes. I mean, this is just generic anime story plot so far. Not terrible, not great. So we are just gonna have a really kind of laid back experience, I guess, is the only thing we can really do while we play these card games to get through the main story. Fingers crossed, half of these chapters do work differently than the way it than this works. Like, I'm hoping chapter 2 really is just like one big battle, or no battles and just a cutscene. And if that's the case, then hopefully half of the chapters are like that.
May the forest be at peace.
And then put that here.
Before fail.
And then put that on the field.
Let's play.
And then in return.
Hey, let's play.
Gaze upon my lustrous runes.
I'm gonna rest for a bit.
We can put a fairy in our hand with this one. Which is still probably the best move. And this is an accelerate, which would do 3 damage.
Hey, let's play. Hey, let's play.
Now if I was to evolve that, that would become a 3-3. If I was to evolve this, this would become a 5-3. So let's go ahead and evolve
You're
that.
done for.
My rune grows dim.
Wait, I am just in this weird position now where I'm trying to think about ways we can speed up the gameplay. And
Baby's about to buy.
like there's not a ton to do here. Display leader animations we can turn off. We could reduce battle animations. Custom mouse controls. Let's see, left click. Let's see. Interesting. Doesn't seem like you can change 2 things. Because I would like this to be right click. And I would like this to be double click, I guess, maybe. And then middle click. I probably would never ever use that. Let's see if we can figure that out. Seems odd that there wasn't just a direct, you can left click this. Alright. Still seems like left click is pretty much it as far as what you're doing.
The forest abandoned me.
Okay. Medium click to evolve that.
I walk my own path. Just don't.
Then do that. And then play that.
Hey, let's play.
And then play that.
Hey, let's play.
Then in return.
Hey, let's play.
The real thing, yeah, I don't think that really changed the settings much, actually.
Oh, come on! Oh, come on!
Better than in the cradle.
Well, it did because it's not showing the information when you left click now by default, which would save a little bit of time. 1 damage to random enemy followers. Play this if 2 are played. This one gets +1/+1 for each fairy in hand.
Fairy friends.
This ends here!
The fairy's sharp eyes. My blade.
And
I'll take care of them.
how are we gonna do this? Take this one out, I guess?
You're hurting my baby!
And do that. No, the alternate mouse laying out, the custom laying out, does seem to kind of make a little bit more sense. I don't know what sticky cursor would mean, per se, but yeah. Double click plays a card. Of course, messing with the settings is not going to do a lot. And frankly, it's a little too early to change the settings. Because I would be fairly benefited from seeing the information always. It feels like you should just have a hover function first and foremost. Well, play this. I'm just desperately trying not to play this card because I can't. I'm probably gonna end up losing. Yeah, the game is gonna have to either start backing off quite a bit, or I'm gonna hit a point where I'm doomed. Okay. Finally.
A memento waits.
Maybe.
Are equal.
Maybe now we can turn this around and win. Okay. Let's see what this one does. This doesn't do what I thought it did. Summon 2 fairies, give +1/+1 to all fairies. Start of your next turn, put a random machine card from the list to your deck. Play 4 cards, get +2/+2. Ward. Do 1 damage to random enemy follower. Okay. So you play this. And then... is this a fairy? No, it's an angel.
You gotta know what you're doing to throw this beaut.
This is 2 cards have been played, so I could get +2/+2. Are we just gonna face raise it? Let's do 6 damage and see what happens.
Oh, come on! Whoa, you're strong.
Yep. Spent more time messing with changing the mouse controls than I did trying to win. And you get no experience when you lose. And oh wait, is there a way to do this? Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be smarter. Let's go back to using the temporary decks. Might actually be able to win that then.
Time for me to prove myself.
Now, I assume I'm not using temporary gems to play the temporary decks. Otherwise, I'll be fairly upset. But honestly, I really wouldn't even be that upset. I'm thinking with the mulligan, you probably want to keep a 2 and just skip your first turn if you don't have a 1, instead of re-rolling all 3 of your first couple of cards in the hopes of getting 1. Let's see.
So many colors of guidance.
How does invocation work? Allows you to play a card directly from your deck by satisfying special requirements. Even if you have multiple copies of the same cards in your deck, activating invocation will only put 1 copy into play. Good to know. But if that's in your deck, then doesn't that inherently mean that there's no invocation for your hand? Yeah, it seems like it comes from your deck, not from your hand. What's this one do?
This way.
So I could wait, or I could play this now. Probably just wait.
I'll teach you all the steps.
There might be a complaint that could be made specifically about just the value of the cards. Because it does kind of feel like there is a fairly high odds that you will lose if you just have a bad number of cards or bad quality cards. Whereas in other collectible card games, they're a little bit more tricky and a little bit more balanced. Here, it seems to be such a focus around the attack and the defense, and more than usual by a little bit. Let's see. Deal 4 damage. Okay.
It's like, yeah, dude, I'm here for you.
Over.
And then
Not so fast.
that. And then send them packing into
You're
hand.
done for.
This sucks, but somebody's got to do it.
See, randomly remove all effects on an enemy follower with the highest attack in play, except changes to its attack and defense, then destroy that follower. Add 2 to the number of cards played this turn. Interesting.
Lol.
Party's over.
So that's one way to get a combo.
Let's play.
All souls are equal. You're safe with me.
For real?
Okay. What else can we do? Evolve this follower if 4 other cards have been played. So 1,
Hey, let's play.
2,
Hey, let's play.
3, 4,
Hey, let's play.
and that should invoke that one. And then this will do 4 damage to a random follower by playing it again. So I have like a full field. Do I have anything that
Let's play.
evolves well?
Ding dong. Bells of joy are ringing.
Alright. Let's see. Send them packing. To that one. Nope, that was not what I intended to use it on, but whatever.
Hey, I'm the grown-up here.
And kill that.
Oh, not so fast.
And then probably fine to just do that. And then in turn.
Oh, baby's about to buy.
You're nothing but a child.
Well, I guess the difference here is when I'm playing somebody else's deck, when I'm playing a pre-built deck, all of a sudden it makes sense. Like, no duh. But if I'm just playing my own thing, I'm not learning anything, because how could I learn anything from my own designs, my own terrible automated design. Let's see, evolve.
It won't be long now.
I should put a wisp
Breathes through you.
in my hand. Very well. Play that first of all. And actually, I shouldn't have played that. Union Burst 9. Now, still too expensive. Invocation.
Hey, I'm the grown-up here.
Evolve this.
Give thanks for the harvest.
Union Burst 8. Now that what do we want to do? Can attack 2 times per turn. Interesting. Well, we'll attack once.
Love surpasses death.
And we can do that. And what do we want to kill here? That.
This way.
And then do that.
You're hurting my baby.
Yeah, there's a whole strategy here.
This world and the
Wow.
next are unchanged.
I like this game when it works. I don't like it when it doesn't. Alright. So it cost 8. Give +1/+1 to all allied. Restore. I think this would work.
お任せください。光のご加護を。
And can we do this? I mean, we can. Do we need to do it? No.
Not so fast.
It's still slow though. Really rather slow.
Wasn't that great, Lusaria?
And we got 30 vials for it. Okay. And then we can
That
skip
was amazing,
this story.
Arisa. I can't believe how strong you are. I know.
Then click cancel. Resentment. Yeah. It really feels like the extra animations here probably could have just been replaced with these small bits of descriptors, and it could just jump you into the next challenge. And I'm not gonna get crazy. I'm just gonna stick with that same deck, and we'll just play it over and over again until we have no more trouble, or until we're done.
The more I think, the stranger it seems. I know there's something wrong about this place. I know there is.
That which you see is free of mistakes. It is you who are mistaken.
What is that supposed to mean? Answer me!
Why must you reject the product of your wishes? Why can you not accept your own desires?
Wishes? Desires? What are you talking about?
You wished,
Yeah,
you desired.
we
and
kind
the
of are
Almighty Nexus
getting
granted.
the same thing said 2 or 3 times.
The Morning Star. That's right, I remember now. I remember everything. I came to the Morning Star to rescue Losaria. And then I fought with Nexus. So what is this place? Tell me the truth, Eris.
What value would the truth have to you now? There is none that I can see.
If you're not going to tell me, I'll make you tell me.
So we're gonna actually fight her, which hopefully that means this is the final battle against Eris. There seems to be like no name difference for Eris. At least not being one that's being told. She's not a shade Eris or anything like that. We can let's see.
The hour of liberation approaches.
Yeah, I don't know what button actually brought up the name, because that was the thing before. Yeah, just says Eris.
Don't hurt me!
Now it'd be crazy if she just beats me completely, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the intention here. Alright. Let's do this. Let me return. There's probably too many animations. Like the countdown to evolving probably doesn't need to be shown. Really.
Stay away! Hey, let's play!
Denying will do you no good.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty!
We can't evolve now. So my goal would be to kill this creature, play a fairy,
Hey, let's play!
this one, which gives it another +1/+1, and then play this, I guess. And when this evolves, it doesn't do anything, nor does this do anything, so we just attack.
Hey, let's play!
Why must you?
Close your eyes and sleep!
So we have a crazy card. This is doing a crazy amount of damage. Let's see what this one can't attack or be attacked at the start of your turn. Evolve this follower. At the end of your turn, destroy all allied amulets. Meanwhile, we have an 8, a 6/6, and a 4/4. And what can we do? Deal 4 damage to a follower. That doesn't seem like that's gonna work. Deal 2 damage, put a fairy in your hand. Okay. Let's see. Do that. And then do that. And then do that. And then that. Put that in the field.
Let's play!
Get to upgrade there.
Hey, let's play.
Well, that seemed to work fairly well. Although I probably should upgrade this just to save it since this is working. Let's see. Has this power of protection, and somehow that gave it an increase. Alright, what does this one do? If you have at least 2 fairies in your hand, deal 4 damage to an enemy follower. If the allied Great Nutrient Tree is it, in play, gain the ability to evolve for 0 evolution points. Okay.
It's like, yeah, dude, I'm here for you.
And so evolve
You're done for.
for 0 evo points.
This sucks, but somebody's got to do it.
And does this guy have ward? Interesting.
Lol.
This one can't be attacked, but it has taunt regardless. Or ward regardless.
Denying will do you no good.
So I could probably just use send them packing on him. And let's just evolve that.
It won't be long now.
Meanwhile, let's see. I don't need to really do anything. Let's just save ourselves some time. Let's just attack here. Let's go send them packing.
When you get home,
Oops. That was random. And let's just win.
You reject serenity.
It definitely goes to show, I think, that I was right in choosing collectible card games for when I'm streaming and looking for a game that I can just not pay attention to. Because when I am just putting 100% of my focus into collectible card games like this, there's just not enough going on. It's just really slow.
And no one have I taken. You now slumber within the great morning star, dreaming the dream you longed for.
Dream? So this isn't real? I'm inside the morning star dreaming?
Indeed. You have found what you sought. A dreamland where you were greater than Losaria. That is what the almighty Nexus granted you.
What? You're wrong. You're all wrong!
Nexus is almighty. It is impossible that she would misread your heart. This dream was born of your wishes. This place exists for you alone. It is the cradle you wished for. Now, be rocked to sleep.
Are you trying to say that I wished for Losaria to be like this? You're wrong! I never wished for that at all!
No.
Yeah, this entire story.
You wished to be greater than Losaria.
If it was told in 30 minutes, it would have been fine.
This isn't what I wanted.
But it's been told over the course of like 3 or 4 hours.
How can you speak with such confidence? That was your wish when Losaria saved you from the beast. You wished to help her, as you had so often been helped before. There is nothing to be ashamed of. You may be foolish, but you have done nothing wrong. Resentment is the way of the world.
No. That's not what I meant.
And sure, maybe in Japanese this translates better.
Why can you not understand even your own desires? Liberation seems to be causing you despair.
You're lying. You are. I could never resent Losaria. Now what? What am I supposed to do?
And they're kind of telling this story as if the average person wouldn't know what's going on, when there's no way the average person who's been following the story up until this point wouldn't know what's going on, because it's been so on the nose and so obvious. And we now have a 14th puzzle, or challenge. Yeah, I just don't get why they're having me battle 20 life characters.
Arisa, where were you?
It would make a lot more sense to be battling somebody who just has like 10 life at most.
Arisa, are you okay? You don't look well. You have to get better soon. I can't do a thing without you.
No, that's not what Losaria would say. She wouldn't say that.
Arisa?
Okay, a part of me is happy. I was glad just now. It felt good when you needed me.
Arisa, are you crying? Hey, are you okay? You're going to make me... I'm going to...
It's not right, though. You're not Losaria. The real Losaria is cool and charming.
But you don't get to play as Losaria.
Arisa?
So I wonder if there's a companion character in the other characters' stories too. Probably some. Maybe not one for everybody.
Eris, let me out of here. This
There was
isn't what I
a-
want. I know it isn't.
There was a game I covered.
Why do you still fail to
It
understand?
was like a
Your hopes
a
and your
weird
dreams are
spin-off
before
puzzle
you.
game, match 3 game
I do
of
want to beat Losaria.
Might and Magic.
I want to get
It was
better
called
than
like
her.
Might and Magic
I want it to be stronger than her
Clash
so
of
much.
Clans or something like that. I
I
don't think
beat
that
the
was her real
real
name.
Losaria. The real, cool, and charming Losaria.
And it told
What's the
a
point of
somewhat
even beating
similar
a fake
story,
Losaria?
but I think it did it a
The
lot
hour
better.
of liberation will soon come,
And I think the
all will be
puzzles
set free.
in
Needing
that
is
gameplay
an illusion.
were more
Eris,
puzzly,
I
so
want to leave.
you just
Tell me how to get out.
by the time you had
Why? Why must you
beaten
cause
the
yourself
game, there
sorrow?
was no
Why
real
do you
way to
have to
go
accept
back and
serenity?
play something different or
Because this
challenge
world
it
isn't
in a different
real.
way.
How can I relax when everything's fake?
Hmm.
I need to leave so that I can help the real Losaria. I'm going to go, Eris.
But yeah, there is definitely, I guess, more to Shadowverse than that Might and Magic spin-off game. Might and Magic as a series, kind of terribly handled, unfortunately, since its glory days of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which
Why
was
can you not
definitely a
accept
different
serenity?
game. I'll just keep all of these, I guess. Like, here's another good point, is like, did we really need to
Don't hurt me.
have a second battle against Eris back to back, or nearly back to back? I frankly would have preferred just them to have
I'm the grown-up here.
given her twice as much life and just made me fight one bigger challenging battle.
I'm just a mage who's as old as dirt.
Or, you know what they could do is they could have limited the number of cards in your deck and given you very specific cards.
So many colors of guidance.
Let's see. Let's see, what did this do when it enters the field? Basically nothing.
No.
So we could return that and do damage to that.
I'm all tuckered out.
Not so fast. No.
But that might actually be fairly wasteful to do it that way. It might be better to simply wait until dealing 3 damage actually would be helpful. 5th turn or later, recover 1 play point if it's your 10 or turn or later. So if I guess if I just wait.
Hey, I'm the grown-up here! Hey, I'm the grown-up here! Stay away! They're picking on me! Not so fast! This way! Is tough!
My light of hope.
Hey, let's play!
Yeah, I think that's about as much as I want to do.
Ding dong! My boss works us to the bone!
Any of these evolve into
You're done
anything
for.
useful?
My wings are killing me!
I can take you no further.
This is tough! Not so fast!
Okay. So I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I could evolve this.
You're done for! Yeah!
I can kill that.
Not so fast! Oh. Finally a break! Hey, let's play!
Then we've got that strategy again.
This is God's word. The real battle begins. Hearken to the word.
I actually heard, I guess in my process of unsubscribing from watching Magic the Gathering YouTube channels, YouTube has decided to suggest other collectible card game YouTubers, and I actually saw that there was a
Give thanks for the harvest.
kind of historical, based on stories from the Bible collectible card game out there,
Now!
which is an interesting idea at least,
Heavenly plow!
because
Not so fast!
yeah, you'd think most people would not want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, or they do it very cautiously, and it seems like they, for this game, they did. They do act very cautious on it. I don't know if highly religious people though would
Time to hit the practice hall.
be willing to have kids learn collectible card games, though. In any way,
Forest be at peace.
because it is really going to be a gateway
Let's play!
drug to Magic the Gathering, whether you want it to be or not. And for this game, them saying the word God might be a little bit too much for some people that are looking for reasons to hate Shadowverse. Although in all fairness, if the slightly lewd anime girls don't eliminate that crowd, I'm not sure using the word God would, frankly. And for all you can prove, it might be a lowercase g God reference, not a uppercase G God reference, although it probably is
Gotta go!
a little bit more of an uppercase
Play!
G reference,
Let's play!
if you know the difference.
Yeah! No!
Help me, fairies.
May all life prosper.
Oh, come on!
Let's see if we can do something here.
Yeah!
Gotta kill one of these guys first.
Help me, fairies.
So let's do that.
I'm gonna rest for a bit.
Play this, return these two. And okay, hit that. Then hit that.
This fate is unjust.
And then hit that. Then hit that.
Heaven's decree will abide.
And then hit that. What is the... Whenever an allied follower comes to play, gain +1/+1.
You are
Interesting.
done for.
This blade is our future.
Okay. So we can do this,
Let's play.
this,
Let's play.
this,
Hey, let's play.
and that gives you a nice increase in attack that can't be used.
Amazing, but
Unfortunately.
I won't this again.
May the forest be at peace.
Like, I used my evolve too early. And here you have the Prince of Darkness.
I'm gonna rest for a bit.
Okay. Attack,
No.
attack. And then put this on the field. And how are we gonna do this time? Let's see, we can attack with this. And then we can play this.
Let's play.
Then we can, I guess, attack with this. But would that be the smart move? Or do we attack with this? I think you have to do basically this. Regardless. And I guess maybe I can get a pump up. And then do that.
Let's play.
And do that.
Let's play.
But this has rush, so it can't attack. And I could have potentially pumped it up a little bit more.
Who's as old as like obsidian lightning.
I won't give up.
And I still lost. Man. I guess is a real challenge. Real challenge that... Yeah, let's change it up a little bit. It's not getting your XP every time you lose. I suppose it is possible we may just hit a point where, like, Chapter 1 is all I can do at the current level. There is a collectible card game I play called Destiny Child, no relation to the singing group, that has more... It is all about the lewd anime girls. And it's a pretty much idle game if you want it to be. And that's one of the beauties of it, is that I can just have it automate itself. Although, oddly, even though it's a pretty much idle game, you still can end up having it run on your cell phone for 12 hours a day, just to play the game itself. So, my point in that was that
May the forest be at peace.
that game has a story mode that's way more interesting than this story mode has been so far. But there was definitely points where I just didn't have good enough characters to be able to win. And so it might be a smart move to...
Hey, let's play.
We might hit a point where I just have to call it and say I can do chapter 1 and then that's about it. And then I may have to play for a month or two or open a bunch of packs or but then the fact that you're borrowing people's packs kind of implies that that shouldn't happen. Yeah.
I am the fires of war incarnate.
So yeah, I'm not sure.
Hey, let's play.
I believe what I'm saying myself.
Hey, that hurts. Yeah.
No!
So I'm probably gonna attack this one.
I'm just a mage who's as old as dirt.
Almost works us to the bone.
You were done for.
It's just like back in the old days.
Whoops. Guess I got too close.
Okay. When you play spell evolve.
Mountain climbing is so in right now.
So that's an evolve. And then we can play that.
Let's play. Yeah.
Kill that.
I'm all tuckered out.
Love this breeze.
That.
Oh! Yeah.
Didn't do that. This, I guess I could have evolved this one.
You're done for. I'm so smart. Yeah.
There we go.
Finally a break.
Evolve to protect the other one that evolved.
We better get down. Almost works us to the bone. Ding dong.
This would let
The
me
real battle
evolve
begins.
something else.
My wings are killing me.
Let's see. There's
Girl, mountain climbing is so in right now.
your lowest attack in play. 5 damage to something like that is
Don't hurt me.
probably not needed. This would evolve to a 3.
It won't be long now. Bad people are evil. Stay away. Finally a break.
Yeah, I'm going
The
gonna
fishies are
have a
dancing.
problem here.
Guard, Otohime.
Let us conclude.
I'm getting
Time to see what I can do.
wrecked by
We
this.
better get down, huh?
Okay. Enemy followers in play.
And decay.
And then more fairies.
Hey, let's play.
Hope for continuation.
So that healed me.
Otohime.
I live by the sword.
Otohime.
See
Let the
Queen
people
Otohime
rejoice.
just saying her own
I will
name.
protect you.
Oh, come on.
No, that's Otohime's bodyguard that was saying her name. Okay, play this.
Hey, let's play.
Random thing with the smallest attack. Odds are low.
This evergreen sword will cut through their ranks.
This ends here. I'm so
By the light of
slippery.
the forest.
Hey, let's play.
Okay. Still feels like there's a lot of game here, even though we're approaching the 9th turn.
Otohime.
You are free, my
But
darling.
if I don't get lucky,
Wait, that's it?
I'm gonna lose.
Great battle.
I won't waver.
Let's see. Deal X damage to random. X equals the number of times an allied followers have evolved this match, which is 5 times, so I could do 5 damage there. But I think I'd start by doing that,
Otohime.
and then I would just do this to do 5. Let's see. And then all I can really do is play that.
Let's play.
So
Stop.
I can't play this other card, not efficiently.
world is our desire. You were done for. This blade is our future.
Now I can play it.
I am the thunder of war incarnate.
Start of your 10th turn, if at least 6 followers have evolved this match, invoke this card. How many have evolved this match, I wonder? 6. So this could have come out of the deck if I had played it a little bit better.
Amazing, but I won't lose again. Yeah! Stop!
The power of purity.
So this clearly is a deck that
To the bone.
you're supposed to be able to evolve things way more than the 2 or 3 times you normally could.
I will amend the legends by my own hand.
Let's see, 2 damage, put a fairy on here.
I will amend the legends by my own hand.
Let's see.
Our victory is sealed! Our victory is sealed!
This puts a fairy, so I'm just gonna do that so I have a fairy.
Hey, let's play.
Let the people rejoice!
The art on this character is
The battle
pretty
is
much
over.
out of place.
Conclude.
That is just a
Forever!
odd choice.
The battle is over.
It kind of feels like they sometimes just let somebody else make their cards, their card art.
Stop!
Right. How does this read? Randomly deal 5 damage to an enemy follower with the lowest attack in play. Well, we'll do it,
Break.
I suppose. It's better than nothing.
You've gotta see me dance. Ow!
I'm the Force Protector.
Let the people rejoice!
You've gotta see me dance. Don't hurt me.
Yeah, at a certain point I might as well just concede. There's such little chance I'm gonna be able to do 9 damage with no cards left.
It's the pits for you. Ow! Oh, come on! I won't give up.
Man. Maybe I've misgauged what the single player experience really is supposed to be. Maybe it is something that is supposed to just drag on for over the course of months and months. It might be the case. And there might very well not be enough of a reason to not simply just every time I stream do a single player experience. Meanwhile, if I was trying to do the daily quest at the same time, this is taking up an extra hour, which that is why I wanted to get all of this done first and foremost, is to see what grounds will really be on once I've gotten most of the daily quest stuff done, or most of the single player stuff done. That's what I meant to say. Let's see. Draw a card, put a fairy wisp in your hand when it dies. Okay. I think this is really the only one that makes sense.
I shall protect you.
Oh, come on!
Okay. I could do fairy circle and then put 2 fairies on the field.
Let's play. Hey, let's play.
Or 1 fairy and 1 water fairy would have also worked.
Let the people rejoice!
My boss works us to the bone.
now this one says, finishes follow if at least 2 other cards were played this turn. So we play this, and then I think what we probably want to do is just this. And this gives +1/+1. This one changes the defense to 1. So I think we'll change that.
Gorgeously.
Now evolving. Either one of those doesn't really do anything. So just leave it.
You've gotta see me dance! Ow! You're done for. See? I can be graceful. Oh, come on! Oh, come on!
Watch. I'll get over this.
10 damage. 1 turn. Okay. Add a card with attack. See, put a crystal leaf in your hand and change its cost to 3 if at least 2 cards were played. This change it to 1 if at least 4. Alright, so if I do this, and then if I did, what does this do? This, and then this,
A black dress to knock them out.
and then this.
You're trespassing in the crystal's home.
Do we want to evolve anything? No, I don't think so, but I probably should. Interesting how it's hovering between the 2 different things when you have 2 abilities, keeping everything nice and tight. But boy, am I just not getting anywhere with this. I mean, let's just go back to this pure devotion deck, since that was the one that is recommended. Yeah, with all these angels and demons showing up,
Why can you not accept serenity?
a Bayonetta collectible card game might be interesting, but I'd almost, honestly, in most cases, I think I'd probably prefer a deck building game over a collectible card game anyway, so I would almost certainly prefer a just limited run print of a game based off of Bayonetta that had like 100 cards or so, and then maybe you put out an expansion or 2, but you don't get crazy with it and go the full free-to-play route or card pack route, CCG route.
Not so fast! No!
And I'm keeping an eye out to see if Shadowverse ever came into the print card game media, or if it's just always been digital and only digital. So, return this. Okay. We'll do that. Return that. Deal damage that.
I'm all tuckered out.
And then put 2 fairies in the field.
Hey, I'm the grown-up here!
Yeah, it would have been better to do this. Okay. So, Airbound Barrage, returning that to do that.
Life's fate is thus.
And then put that on
May
the
the
field.
forest be at peace.
And put This.
Hey, let's play. Not so fast.
Stop!
So we have this nature and great tree to play when we need it,
You were done
but we don't have to play it before we need it.
It's just like back in the old days.
This is tough.
Let's see. Each 5th turn, recover 1 play point. If it's the 10th turn, draw 2 cards. So you can kind of play that for free. Or
Stop!
you can like return this, do 4 damage there,
I'm all tuckered out.
and put that on the field.
Let's play.
Put that on the field.
Let's play.
Do we want to evolve this?
You're done for.
It's probably not something that really
Don't
needed to be evolved.
Hey, that hurts. Hey, I'm the grown-up here.
If at least 4 of the cards were played this turn, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. It's odd that this goes to the field, then it returns to your hand. But whatever.
I'm the grown-up here.
It's just like an extra requirement to make sure that you don't always get it. You only get it if you have a 5th spot in your field.
live by the sword!
The real battle begins.
Bells of joy are ringing. This is tough.
Okay. Can we do this quite yet? Let's see. Ward. Can make this a 3/3, evolve it.
It won't be long now.
And
I'm so smart. Yeah.
take that one out.
Aw.
And I can attack here. And then play this to play this to draw 3 cards, I guess. To play this.
Don't hurt me. Hey, I'm the grown-up here.
To play this.
I'm the grown-up here.
Wait, that's it?
May actually win this time.
Fishies are dancing. I guard Otohime.
Let us conclude.
Time to see what I can do.
Okay. Now this time, what I want to do is here,
No, not so
and
fast.
here,
No.
and evolve for 0 points, or play this.
It's like, yeah, dude, I'm here for you.
Evolve.
This ends here.
This sucks, but somebody's got to do it.
And then 2 damage to a follower and put a fairy in your hand. We'll get rid of that one. And we'll put a fairy in our hand again. And then we'll rush there.
Otohime.
And I think that's all we can do. But if I'm careful, I could send this back with this.
This is God's wood. This is tough. For real.
Okay. Summon a fairy whenever an allied fairy comes into it, give it +1/+1. Let's see how this works. fairy,
Hey, let's play.
fairy.
Let's play.
And I can't do send them packing and this. Remove random effects. All effects of an enemy follow with the highest attack in play, which would be one of the 2 3s.
Kiss your mom when you get home, yeah?
Hey, let's play.
May all life prosper and be blessed.
Tohime.
Glory!
You just healed them a lot though. Let's see. Here. And here. And then play this to send this back and this back. And then let's go ahead and throw that out.
Hey, let's play.
This is any allied follower. So, how can we win on this one without really losing on this one? I think you do this, and then I think you do this, and then I think you do this.
This fate is
Do
unjust.
that.
War is such sorrow.
I shall protect you.
Okay. Now this time I'm just gonna hit that,
My light of hope fades.
and then I'm gonna attack with these two,
Stay away.
No!
and then I'm gonna play this and get rid of this and this. This is,
Stop! Stop!
I think, gonna work fairly well. Draw some cards and get another tree. Then end the turn. So now, even if he manages to kill that, we've got enough
Rejoice!
buffing going up, I think.
Hey, let's play.
Yeah, we've got it.
Stop!
A lot of work.
I cannot understand.
A lot of work to get to that point, though. These games are getting longer and longer, when these should be the short ones. You've been rewarded Orisa ×1. Rewards were automatically claimed. What does that mean, though? What does Orisa ×1
Dreamland is coming
mean?
apart. A chasm opens. If you proceed, nothing will greet you on the other side. Do you still insist on going?
Yes. I won't give up no matter how tough things get. I want to save Losaria. The real Losaria. In the real world, all by myself.
Is that so? If you seek tears of despair, then they are yours to shed. Whether you dream in serenity or struggle in despair, the world will vanish and all will be liberated.
I'm almost back to the real world. I'm sorry, Losaria. I was a little confused. But that ends now. I'm heading straight for you. So just hold on a little longer.
So we know it's about 14 or 15 challenges, probably for each of the leaders, which that's a lot. That's 8 times 15 is 105 challenges. And then we have something here called Serenity Can Wait for Beyond Sorrow. Is this gonna be something, or are we just now moving from chapter 15, which is the first part, into the Morningstar conclusion? Does the story just kind of push you further and further in that direction? I'm not sure if I believe it does. So I'm hoping this is just kind of a wrap-up coda type story. The seven return from their respective dreams to reality. Eris tells them they must combine their powers to defeat Nexus. The group, wary of Eris, seeing her as an enemy despite their suspicion, she raises her staff in rebellion of Nexus. So, seems like a lot of story is not being told for this section.
Am I out yet?
There's a RPG that came out for the Nintendo Switch that
Hey, it's you, isn't it, Erica?
kind of had a similar story to this, where
What brought you
different
here?
people had different stories and you had to
Dreaming inside
see
the
everybody's
Morningstar.
perspective.
But that doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, it does. The same thing most likely happened to me.
Huh? Are you serious?
I am. Arissa, stand back!
But remember, we fought the Nexus a while ago,
Where am I?
and so we're kind of going around in circles,
Did I make it
fighting the same people.
It seems we weren't the only ones trapped in that dreamland.
Erica, it's the mist again.
And some of these characters look fairly familiar, like they've been used in other
That
games.
makes 5 of us.
So
No,
I
wait.
wonder
There's another.
if other games borrowed the art from here, or if it's just all from the same Unity asset that's available for purchase.
Oh, what good fortune. So many opponents in one location.
Urias Formond! You were in the dreamland too?
Yes, that wearisome dream. Now, before I pay a visit to her, you must entertain me.
I would make an argument
Stop. We must
that
not
they
fight
probably
one
should
another.
go back through some of this art and redraw it.
You are Eris,
Do
right?
like a version
Yes.
2.0 on some of the
I
art
am
and
Eris and
have more
but I am
consistent
not
art
the one you know.
art throughout the
The Eris
game.
before you no longer wishes to liberate the world by extinguishing it.
Then what are you trying to do?
I must destroy must destroy Nexus, even if it costs me my life.
So yeah,
But was it not
There's
you
just
who
a-
summoned her?
a weird
It was. I was prideful,
inconsistency.
and my pride led me to
in the
commit
art
grave
work.
errors. But all the same,
Well,
I must ask for your help. Not even in a dream could I defeat Nexus alone.
I wonder
So I
if
beg of you,
each of these
Please fight at
characters
my
are
side.
supposed to represent like a 7
You're
deadly
asking us
sin.
to trust you?
There's 8 of them, but
It may
that
be a
might be the
brazen
case.
request,
If she says
but I
she was
need your
pride
power.
and Eris was jealousy, we're back to fighting Shades again.
On the path to Nexus, we will encounter thousands of these creatures. Please, stand back, everyone.
Thanks
So-
for the help. I'm still not sure we can trust you, though.
I'm not sure if
Your
that's all
doubt is
8 of them.
justified,
Let's see.
For my sins
I
are
see
indeed weighty.
5, 6, 7.
I'll
Who's
trust you,
number
Eris.
8?
I will. I don't think you're lying. And I can't rescue Losaria by myself anyway.
Who's the number 8 character?
She does have a point. We're in no position to quibble over our methods. I agree. but I can't say I feel like cooperating
in
with
this
everyone here.
single player storyline with these
You need
specific
not
leaders,
for I intend to make my own way.
do
When
kind
we're
of
through with
then
Nexus, I will see that your life ends, Urias.
like
Mark my
it
words.
kind of nulls the other
Well enough.
leader skins,
May
but
we
who
battle
cares
then?
about that? That is just cosmetic changes.
The rest of you will fight at my
And I guess
side,
that
will you
would
not?
also be a way you could fix
I
the
thank
art
you dearly,
issue,
and
is
offer my
just have
wholehearted
cosmetic
gratitude.
skins to kind of put everybody into
Gratitude? No, I just want to save Lysaria.
in
I'll
a
do whatever
similar
it
art
takes.
style.
I can't let my family be extinguished. Count me in.
I don't want to disappoint Kyle. I'm going to help. I am the princess's sword and her shield. For her, I will do everything within my power.
And so we don't know what any of them
What
are really
about you,
talking
Luna?
about,
What would you like to do?
except for Eris.
Luna, you should come with us. You could get hurt if you're all alone.
Okay.
Let us
The last
proceed
time
now.
we saw Luna,
The
she was
hour
trying
is
to
at
kill
hand.
you.
We must liberate the world from Nexus.
See, and I don't know if this is actually going to turn into anything. Yeah. Seems like he gave me a name tag for doing that. Okay. So one is cleared. So we have one of the leaders cleared. Let's go home and see what this does as far as a name tag. Flare first. Farer. Flare. I have newbie. Yeah, that's what I should use. Is one step ahead. We got Serenity Can Wait as a flare, and there's 7 pages, but in kind of a nice fashion. You get some of them to start with anyways. I don't know if a collectible card game really needs flair and emblems and flags and other things. Looks like all these emblems have just been unlocked by default. And this might be a good way of figuring out the names of certain cards and certain characters. And then if that's the emblem, flag, you can pick from a collection of flags. Kind of wish I would know whether the Hong Kong flag, what that looks like. Because there's always that controversy out there where China hates when Hong Kong flags or any independence whatsoever is even slightly asserted by Hong Kong, and frankly China is also trying to do it to several other countries surrounding its borders, and far too many countries let China get away with bullying them. Far too many companies do. The name, I guess we could change the username. We don't know what the Masters menu is. You can see the number of wins in ranked matches. I'm up to 3. And so Orisa, I doubt I have any other skins with any other characters, but at least we now know where you would apply these skins. Feels like there's enough room where they could put like a number next to this logo, or a number at least here, to tell you whether you have other skins. Rankings. Yeah, I don't need to look at the rankings. Okay, And then replay would probably be if you wanted to see the cutscenes in an easier format. And that advertisement for 1,000, whatever that was, has gone away, so I don't know what happened there. And these advertisements probably are gonna just stay forever. Okay. So the last thing I want to do is let's hop in here and see what we can do with this. Morningstar conclusion. World at an end. So you don't seem to select a person, a leader at all in that. So we are just in this position where we're just gonna have to do the entire story with every single hero. This is the guy we didn't see in the group. This guy is probably the bad guy, if I was to guess. So yeah, let's do a little celebrating and open some packs, since we kind of know what we're doing now. Let's see, pre-built decks, trade temporary cards. I hold none of them. Okay. And so that's useless information. Plus, the amount of temporary gems you need are way higher than I actually have, so it does kind of seem like the game is kind of just giving you a small pittance. I have apparently one ticket where I could buy this with tickets. I don't know if I should buy them with tickets though. These pre-made decks. I definitely don't have any crystals, and so any of these other pre-made decks, I guess the risk is there another event that's going to happen that would trump the 4th birthday? Let's see. Consisting only of temporary cards, these pre-built decks are ready for you to jump right into battle. Yeah, and they're available until 8 AM July 27th. So yeah, I don't think there's a real reason why you'd want to buy the pre-built decks right now, at least. So, do we want to buy Fortune's Hand? Sure, let's buy 10 packs here. And see how this goes. We kind of know the cards now. Let's see. Wish there was a way to like mouse wheel through things. Let's see, draw a card for the Winged Courier. Put an insight into your hand. Draw a card if you accelerate. And ambush. Deal 4 damage to all enemy followers. Then if vengeance is activated for you, deal 4 damage to enemy leader. That's probably a pretty good card. At least better cards than what I've got. Put your hand in copies in the 3 leftmost cards. Let's just skip this. I'm still haven't really played with enough cards to be able to make this decision. I got 4 gold cards, which means I got no platinum cards, 3 silver, well, no, 5 silver cards that were new. Well, actually more silver cards that were new. And then the common cards, I feel like we're getting to the point where we have like 3 copies and that's the maximum on a lot of these. And what does that put us? We're now at 20 out of 400 tradables. But these seem like these are the only tradables actually available. I hold one of these. And the bonus is already obtained. Interesting. Oh. So if I trade this card, I get an emblem, but I already have that emblem. Interesting. If I traded this card, I'd get a leader, emblem, and card sleeve. Oh, what an interesting system this is. So, there's a few really good cards in this expansion. If you have extras, you can trade them for, I guess, this stuff. Meanwhile, is there anything else that we have 10 of to open? Doesn't seem like it. Let's go ahead and just open these packs. Although, once again, you might as well just click skip. Although I guess I'll go this way. This probably is the right way to do this. That's an animated one, so that might be worth something. At least that we can show really fancy cards. And that's a really good card, so let's look at it. So you randomly put 2 different officer followers into your deck, from your deck into your hand. Enhance gain the ability to evolve for 0 points. And the following effect: the next time a follower takes damage, reduce its damage down to 0. And if it's evolved until the end of the turn, subtract 3 from the cost of an officer follower in your hand. Which, man, that is a really good card. And that's a pretty great draw that I just got. So, yeah. We Merchants of Princess. Yeah, there is something I would say about the anime art style and card form though, and it's kind of the same problem. I always had this like underlying feeling with Hearthstone too, where so we obtained Amelia the Silver Flash ×1. Yeah, that was a card, but apparently we also attained a emblem around that. I guess that's the idea. And so then if that's the case, there should be one that says we've already collected an emblem over here. But I don't see that. Oh, here it is. Bonus already obtained for Berminator. Interesting. Or Bearminator. Is there not one that's called Amelia? Oh, here it is. Amelia the Silver Flash. Okay. So maybe the tradables don't really work that way. Or maybe there's just some weirdness with it. Because honestly, it seems like you get the trading bonus no matter what. Which then kind of makes the question as far as what do the card pack points really do. I'm not sure I fully understand it. Yeah, but with Hearthstone and with this, if I was watching an anime series, it would be like 22 minutes, 30 minutes of voice acting and animation and characters and story happening. Whereas these cards, it just requires someone with a lot of imagination, is the phrase I was trying to use there. And I don't know if I particularly have that much of an imagination. I like imaginative things, and I like enjoying other people's imagination, but I am a video game critic, so yeah, we tend not to be that creative or that consistently creative. So like when looking at this character, I don't know how this character would act or talk or what his backstory is just from this picture. And I guess maybe there's
Time for a stroll. Got my goggles.
there's things here that probably would tell us that. But I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure that there's actually.
This way.
Yeah, this is the flavor text. It's weird for this card. Let's look at a different card. Yeah. This is the flavor text you get, but it's not really a lot. And it would just require a lot of reading, which I kind of have a problem with that too. I just want more of a passive ingestion and understanding of the characters. And that's where I think the single player mode probably should excel, and it really hasn't bothered to excel. It's telling us kind of a storyline of the leaders while kind of forgetting about all of the other characters. Which again I think could have been fixed had you fought a lot if not all of the cards in the basic set, at least in the first chapter, or in at least most of the storyline, instead of just fighting shadows over and over again. Even if the shadows turn out to be even if you are just actually fighting shadow forms of these characters, of the followers. I'm not sure I'm actually going to get any more of these tickets either, so this might be as much as you get starting off, and it's just going to be a bit of a taste of each expansion pack that you can get, each card pack you can get, but not enough to really have much of a chance of getting more. And it might very well become a case that the amount of gold we're earning is pathetically small. I'm also already seeing some duplicates, which we need to go into the collection and see really where we are with that. Here we have Yuzuki, Righteous Demon.
The drunken dream must end.
So, okay. That was probably a good card. But apparently that wasn't that good of a card. Yeah. I'm also in a weird position because I've been playing the pre-built deck cards. So I'm not really sure how many of these that I'm seeing and recognizing are ones that I've actually should be seeing and recognizing. Where in something like Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering Arena, I would, if I saw a new card that I've never seen before, then I know I've never played it before. And I would recognize it a lot better. Of course, I would be fairly shocked if it turns out that...
Elegant and perfectly stunning.
I'd be really shocked if it turns out that we have already like 50% or more of the entire possibility of cards. There might be something I don't understand as far as the quality of cards. Maybe there's different variants of the same cards, but I don't think so. Not so much. I know some cards have animated forms, and that seems to be about it. Now, if I was going to... I have basically enough to open 9 packs in rupees. But there's also classic card packs to open. And then a lot of things that I just don't have anything with. There's also, I guess, a difference between classic and basic. I would argue they shouldn't use both phrases, because that's going to lead to confusion. Because I assume they were going to give you the basic card by default, just so you have some cards to play with. It'd be a pretty terrible digital collectible card game if you started with absolutely no cards at all. Or temporary cards. Not getting anything that seems to be too amazing. But I wouldn't be surprised if the classic card pack actually doesn't have too much that's amazing.
May you rest in peace.
So these are 102. But I don't know what else the gold actually could be used for that's important. So I kind of have to hoard on that and just sit on it. See if I go liquefy cards, extras. I have apparently 19 extra silvers and 42 extra bronze that I could liquefy to get 1,420 vials. 3 copies of each card will be kept and all extras will be liquefied. Starred, animated, promo, and basic cards are excluded. So we should do that later. And then go into create cards mode. And then format any should be everything. So we have 140 pages, and seems like we've got about 4 or 5 on each page of something that we have like 1 copy of. This isn't the entire collection though. This is just cards that we don't have 3 copies of, or 1 copy of the ones that where you can only have 1 copy. So if we do just like the first 40 pages, I think we'll get a general idea. Well, there's a lot here we have, so maybe it changes because newer expansions. Yeah. So I'd say we're probably on good enough footing to potentially think about building a new deck and actually start to think about deck building. Although we're kind of in a bad position with that also, because you just kind of don't know. Well, the bigger thing I don't know is I don't know if I'm going to get a lot more rewards for doing all the single player stuff, or if I'm barely going to get any rewards for doing the single player stuff. That's the thing that's up in the air. Because if I get another 100 card pack tickets, that's a huge difference. If I get 5 more card pack tickets, that's not much of a difference at all. And we can see we have 45 pages of cards compared to 140 pages of cards, which a rough comparison says that we are actually fairly well off to start with. And let's see, on the supplies side, sleeves. Yeah. Let's see, where were we with the sleeves? Yeah, all that costs crystals. That really wouldn't be worth buying. Leaders. Apparently have enough to buy a leader set. But these tickets really make it seem like you're only getting a slightly different art of the same characters. These would not be the leaders I'd really want to buy. If anything, I'd want something from one of these other anime crossovers. So I could change the appearance of the leaders drastically. And if I was going to buy this, you could spend 5,000 vials for a one-time only Sears globe, and then 30,000 after that point. And the Sears globe, though, only seems to translate things into animation forms. Okay. So yeah, I think that's about as much as I think I can do for today. Need to win 3 matches, ranked, unranked, or arena, and I'll do that off screen. Win 4 matches as a Dragoncraft or Portalcraft or Bloodcraft. I guess I should play Dragoncraft. And then win 7 matches in general to get a card pack ticket. As far as achievements and things like that, there's still a lot of progress to be made. And score rewards. Like right now our score is 303, and I'm not sure what really calculates your score. Oops, that's not where I meant to go. Okay, that's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.